As much as The Masked Singer emphasizes the mystery of who's behind the costume, it can be easy to forget that the show is still, at its core, a singing competition, and usually a really good one. Sure, you have your white tigers and your bears, Rob Gronkowski and Sarah Palin, respectively, the non-professional crooners who seem to come on the show more for the fun of it than to show off their vocal range. But you also have your sons, Leon Rimes, Turtles, Jesse McCartney, Monsters, T-Pain, and Kitties, Jackie Ivanko, who have some seriously impressive pipes. To celebrate the best of the wacky show. EW rounded up the most memorable performances from each season so far. Vocal chops were a major consideration, but we also took into account the staging, arrangement, originality, and choreography. After all, a true performance is the whole package. Check out our picks below. Season 10 Cow singing Bones by Imagine Dragons. Cow, who would later be revealed as Neo, proved he came to win right from the outset. This was his very first performance of the season, and we hate to say the winner peaked here, but it's hard to beat this upbeat and vocally charged performance, which ended the first episode of Season 10 on a major high note, literally. Magic in his bones, indeed. Gazelle singing Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Gazelle ultimately finished third in Season 10, but this performance, her last, really made a case that she should have finished higher than that. With it, Gazelle, aka Janelle Parrish, took a song that everyone knows and brought so much heart, soul, and emotion to it that she completely made it her own. The staging and lights with petals falling down around her also added to the moment, really bringing some magic to the Season 10 finale in the process. Season 9. Everything California Roll sang in the semifinals. It's ironic that the episode in which California Roll was eliminated and revealed to be a cappella group Pentatonics was also the one that featured their best set of performances yet. But this is The Masked Singer and the eliminations rarely make sense. In the semifinals, they chose to sing Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson, and what made it special was how much they changed it to fit their vocal strengths. And, unlike some of their other performances this season, which often catered more to letting one individual singer in the group shine, this song really enabled everyone in Pentatonics to stand out at pivotal moments in the performance. Then, in the Battle Royale with Bruno Mars' Runaway Baby, they gave a totally different vibe and brought out their beatboxing skills to go along with their killer vocals. As if all that wasn't enough, they left the season with the ultimate mic drop in one final unmasked performance of Radiohead's Creep, which was somehow even better than when they sang it in episode 12. McCaw singing What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. While it's hard to fault any of McCaw's performances, when choosing just one, it's impossible to vote against this rendition of the One Direction hit. McCaw, aka David Archuleta, showed he meant serious business with this performance, which featured not only some incredible high notes but the singer getting in on the choreography, too. His energy was so infectious that the entire audience and panel could be seen singing and dancing around like they were at a concert. Archuleta is a big fan of ballads, and absolutely knocked several this season out of the park. Major shout out to Your Song, EW's personal favorite, but it was really fun to see him show off his beautiful vocals with an upbeat song, too. McCaw singing What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. While it's hard to fault any of McCaw's performances, when choosing just one, it's impossible to vote against this rendition of the One Direction hit. McCaw, aka David Archuleta, showed he meant serious business with this performance, which featured not only some incredible high notes but the singer getting in on the choreography, too. His energy was so infectious that the entire audience and panel could be seen singing and dancing around like they were at a concert. Archuleta is a big fan of ballads, and absolutely knocked several this season out of the park. Major shout out to Your Song, EW's personal favorite, but it was really fun to see him show off his beautiful vocals with an upbeat song, too. Medusa singing Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Much of what made the Season 9 winner such a special contestant was her ability to take songs very much not in her alternative, indie pop wheelhouse, and turn them into something that suited her style. This led to many rousing performances this season, but with Welcome to the Black Parade, it felt almost like it was tailor-made for her. Emo punk rock songs such as this are rarely done on the Masked Singer stage, frankly because even the best of singers find them difficult to do well. Medusa, who would be unmasked to reveal River hitmaker Bishop Briggs, made it look so easy that the crowd chanted her name at the song's conclusion. It was all made more special by the fact that the singer revealed the track was her late sister's favorite and performed in honor of her. Season 8 harp singing I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. If you're going to dare to sing a Whitney Houston song, you'd better have the pipes to back it up, and oh boy, did Harp have that in spades. The eventual Season 8 winner, who was unmasked to reveal Amber Riley, proved why she should win from the beginning, starting with performances like this one. Her vocals were so good and had so much range that Riley made guest panelist and former Masked Singer finalist Donny Osmond gasp on stage. Lambs singing Ironic by Alanis Morissette. What made Lambs, aka Wilson Phillips, such special contestants was their beautiful harmonies, which they used to great effect throughout the season. But the 1-2-3 punch of their vocals really shined during this epically fun performance on the 90s Night episode. The performance here wasn't just good and wasn't just a fun throwback for millennials. Lamb's harmonization actually added a whole new layer to a great pop classic, which is what ultimately set it apart. Season 7 Ringmaster singing I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton. With this performance, Ringmaster, who was unmasked as the Goldberg star Haley Orantia, managed to cement her status as a frontrunner for the Golden Mask Trophy and do justice to the legendary Dolly Parton and Whitney Houston versions of this song, which is incredibly hard to do. She knocked the vocals out of the park and managed to put her own spin on things to boot.